Coming up on this episode of the Opinion, we have squares, shooting squares, shooting squares, shooting squares, shooting squares. Hello, viewers. I've played Disaster Blaster about an hour and a half, and it's a hardcore keyboard and mouse shooter. You'll see what I mean when I get in here. You control kind of a square, and you use the mouse to point where you're going to shoot, and you shoot. There's different weapons. This is the main map. I really like the design of this main map, that there's all the levels here, and you can choose your own adventure on what levels you'd like to pick and play. Some of them are quite difficult, and so if you can't beat one, you get another chance to try a different one, and maybe you can beat that one. It's a lot more fun, I think, like that. You get to choose your own route through here, and that's kind of nice. You know, there's to give the option to somebody. I really like this design of this map very much. Really opens it up, you know. So this is an auto-scroller. Smash breakable blocks to find hidden treasures. Okay. It's one of these. There's different kinds of missions. Sometimes it's just to get to the exit. Sometimes it's collect things like this. In this one, though, you know, killing the blocks isn't that... killing the enemy blocks is not that important. Killing these blocks is more important. Oh, I think there's one there. I don't know. So I have to collect these squares. It's difficult because on this map, the scoring is kind of counterintuitive, because I really don't want to hit any of these things because they start opening up more blocks and making the level more difficult. I really want to do the... just run around them and not worry about the score. So the scoring is a little bit counterintuitive on this one, which is fine. I mean, you know, it's not a big deal. Not the end of the world. I do really like this game. I think, you know, even with the minimalistic style that is not as beautiful as Thoth might it be, but it still looks very nice. Everything fits in really well with the style. I think I want to go on this side. And I do really like it. I didn't wasn't exactly sure what I was going to get into with this game and if I was going to like it or not based on the art style, but you know, if that's what's steering you away from this, I would say don't worry about that, because this is a very fun game. There's a lot of diversity in the levels. You know, it's definitely going for that minimalistic game kind of thing, and I like that. But there's a lot of diversity, a lot of enemies, a lot of enemy types. You know, you only get to see a couple here, but you know, there's definitely a bunch more. Wow, mission complete. Nice. There's a bunch more enemies. One of the coolest ones is that shoots bullets, and if you shoot it before it blows up, it shoots your own bullets. Otherwise, it shoots enemy bullets to you, which is really cool. I really like that enemy design. Mostly everything's a block, but there's all kinds of different stuff going on here. You know, later on. Where's my cursor? Come on, there you go. Yeah, a lot of diversity. You know, it can get a little confusing what the objective is. I wish that... Okay, here's a not auto-scroller. I wish it would tell me what the objective of the level was before I got into it. Because, you know, sometimes you get into a level and you're like, what am I supposed to do? It's usually get to the exit. But sometimes you're just not sure. And it could be the case where it's something a little bit different. I've definitely been confused a couple times what the objective I was supposed to be completing was. This one I'm pretty sure I just got to get to the end. It didn't say anything, so I'm going to assume. Yeah, there are different power-ups. They spawn randomly. And you could pick them up. And this one has like I have a bigger bullet now. There's certain power-ups that I also just prefer, I would say. They just feel stronger. Like that laser up there just feels stronger. I really like that one. That's my favorite, just because you can be so precise. And I said it's a keyboard and mouse shooter because there's no controller support. And I think that's something that could have been kind of nice to have. Hopefully the developers will add it. I don't know how smooth it could be with this kind of stuff. Like, you really want the precise control with the mouse, I think. But I think it could work. I would have liked to try it with a controller. that's just a nice to have. I don't think that's necessarily required. But this game is really tough. Here I am failing to get to the end. There we go. The game is pretty tough, though, generally, especially later on when there's like tons of bullets and bosses flying around. You know, it's a lot of fun. Really quite a bit of fun, and I've really enjoyed my time with it. One thing I would say is that the game designer, oh, come on, where's my cursor? The icons for like the start menu are miserable. Like this, there's 3 icons here. I think this one continues. This one goes back to the level select. This one might exit the game, and this is options maybe? I really like text here. Just something to be like, just say what this button does. Text button's always better than me trying to guess what these dudes. Mystery Meat Navigation, it's what it's called, apparently. You can Google that. But, you know, this is not helpful. And I always get super nervous when I'm playing this. When I'm trying to, like, pick an option, what I'm going to do. And this is a boss. So the health bar at the top is the boss level. Okay, so some of these bullets are exploding. Some of these bullets are mine. And stuff like that, where you kind of want to make sure you get the bullets in this one. This is hectic. This is very hectic. And a lot of fun. That one, the first time I did it, was kind of difficult. I've kind of gotten a little better now. Yeah, it's a very good, well put together game. A lot of fun, a lot of missions, very difficult to play, and you know, you're going to be trying a couple levels, you know, more than once, and it's just overall very fun to figure it out and enjoy the game. I think I'm a big fan of this. Really, really quite good. On a scale of 1 to woo, it's pretty good. I really like it. So if you watched this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. That's a game, that's a video, that's something I did, and you watched it. So, you know, subscribe. Consider subscribing, watch a few other videos, you know, how it goes, leave a comment, that would be cool. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.